Now Eska and I are officially broken up.
Up, looks like we have company. And not the fun kind.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie, and it's time for my review of The Legend of Korra Episode 4, Civil Wars Part 2. And if you thought the civil war between the Northern and the Southern Water Tribe is going to be bad, then you have no idea what Eska is going to do when she catches Bolin. Ugh. Seriously, Bolin, step on it. So let's do a quick recap of the episode, then talk about our favorite moments and what it all means for the larger story. So in the follow-up to Part 1, Korra's father and his friends are put on trial, and Unalak tries to get them out of the way by manipulating this trial. So eventually Korra learns the truth about her father and her uncle, and that her uncle actually manipulated things in the past to get her father out of the way. So she tries to free him, and in the process learns that Unalak doesn't need her to open the Northern Spirit Portal. She also learns that he's just really trying to take over the Southern Water Tribe. The secondary storyline to this is really Bolin and Varric's story. They're both trying to escape from being put on trial. I mean, getting married to Eska is kind of like being put on trial, isn't it? Maybe worse, actually. But at the end of the episode, after they free Korra's father, they find that they're not being chased down by Unalak's forces. They're actually being chased down by a very, very upset Eska. She's coming after him to do awful, awful things to him for breaking her heart, complete with scary music. Hands down, favorite part of the episode, aside from Baby Sky Bison. But what were your favorite parts of the episode? Did you go crazy when you saw Eska at the end of that episode? And were you surprised by Unalak's real plans to take over the Southern Water Tribe? And how badly do you want a Baby Sky Bison as a pet? One of my other favorite moments of the episode was Korra and Naga getting the information out of the judge. Seriously, dude, you better tell Naga what she wants to know. I also love the duck bear that just was shitting money. I don't know why they had to make fart sounds, but it was pretty funny. I thought it was actually funnier than the Bolin-Eska storyline, at least up until that final scene with Eska. Although I did love the marriage choker and the awful haircut that she gave Bolin. I love that there's a skull on this thing that's a symbol of marriage. It's just so funny. Poor Bolin, hit the eject button. Eject, eject, escape. So let's talk about some of these big moments in the reveals and what it means for the larger storyline. Because before this episode, I had a lot of theories about what Unalak was trying to do and how it tied into the Dark Spirits and the first Avatar storyline. So it turns out that he's just trying to use the spirit portals to travel really quickly between the North and South Poles, I assume to bring his troops in to occupy the Southern Water Tribe even more. It also sounds like he hasn't been communing with the Dark Spirit that's going to be played by Grey Delisle. It really just sounds like he's trying to take over the Northern and Southern Water Tribes. He's not trying to conquer the world with Dark Spirits. I'm not totally surprised that my theories were a little overcomplicated. That kind of happened in Book 1 with a lot of people when we were trying to figure out who Amon was. A lot of people thought that the Dark Spirits or the Spirits might have created a second avatar in order to balance things, but it turned out that he was just a bloodbender, and it was just a much simpler problem to be solved. So that appears to be the same case in Book 2. So Unalak is just a normal person just trying to take over the Water Tribe. I also kind of feel like the way Unalak explained that he's trying to bring these two tribes together as a way to unify them and kind of calm some of the spiritual unrest was a bit of a misdirect just to get Korra on his side. I do think it's kind of interesting that Unalak explained where the Dark Spirits are coming from and that he's not directly responsible for them coming, but he does have a role in making them go away, and he does have certain influence over them. What the explanation is that Dark Spirits come up when there's too much negative emotion, negative chi, or negative karma, whatever you want to call it. So say when you have a heated argument with your friend, a Dark Spirit might rise up. But when a war happens, say between the Northern and Southern Water Tribes, an entire army of Dark Spirits might rise up and just destroy everything. That's why Korra's father said that she could not start a war, because it would basically give rise to all these Dark Spirits that would just hurt everyone, and it would be just 10 times worse. But that doesn't explain where this Dark Spirit played by Grey Delisle is going to come from, or how she's going to be introduced into the storyline. I'm guessing that what's going to happen is that Korra's father and her uncle will have this epic battle, and the negative energy released by it will give rise to the Dark Spirit. Originally, I thought that she was going to come from the spirit portals, but it looks like those are being used more as transportation devices. But that doesn't really explain how the Avatar Wan and Jinora storylines kind of mesh with this Korra Civil War storyline. I'm guessing that'll happen by the end of the season, but I'm guessing Korra is going to have to learn how to deal with this Grey Delisle Dark Spirit, this big Dark Spirit from Avatar Wan. But let me know what you think. How is the Avatar Wan storyline going to mesh into this Civil War storyline? Is it going to have something to do with the Grey Delisle Dark Spirit? And is she going to come from a big battle between Korra's family? We probably won't get answers about that for a couple more episodes, but I'll be posting my next Korra video next Friday. Be sure to subscribe to get it. This afternoon is also the final episode of Attack on Titan. I'll be posting that episode tonight, so be sure and check back in a couple hours for that. And since I'm back from New York, I'm finally going to post that Sherlock giveaway winners video. Congratulations to all of you. Sorry I didn't have a chance to post it sooner. Thank you so much for helping my channel get so big so fast. You guys are amazing. Right now, you can watch that Attack on Titan finale video by clicking here. I'll add an annotation as soon as I post it. And you can click here to watch all my other Legend of Korra Book 2 videos from the season. You guys are amazing. High five. See you guys tonight.